The 2022 OHL Draft Lottery is officially in the books, and the Saginaw Spirit have been rewarded with the first overall draft pick as we head into the upcoming OHL Priority Selection. I'm now joined by Saginaw's General Manager, Dave Drinkill. Dave, thank you so much for taking the time, and congratulations.
No, thanks a lot for having me. It's a very exciting time for the franchise. Kind of a whirlwind last little bit here, but to get the first pick, it's a pretty cool feeling for sure.
Yeah, what does that feel like?
Hard to put into words, really. I think it's just everything that encompasses it, for the franchise and what we're trying to build on here, and to be able to add an elite young player into our group that we currently have. And it's just everything. Like, I think the franchise have had the first overall pick once in their history, so to do that again here and after the year we had, it's pretty exciting for everybody.
And talking about that history, as you mentioned, the last time Saginaw received the top pick was in 2003 and Patrick McNeil. It's been almost 20 years. What does this opportunity really mean to the franchise?
I think, what Patrick did in his career here before my time was phenomenal. And I think to add another player in person of that quality to the franchise, picking one overall, it just does worlds for the franchise. You look at, what we can do with, just with the marketing of having the first overall pick and the excitement and the fan base and what we built on this year with our young group, and then being able to add a first overall pick name back into the lineup for next year. I think it does a lot, and our community really deserves it, and we're proud and excited.
What traits is Saginaw looking for in this year's top pick?
For me, if you're getting a top pick like that, you're adding an elite young player no matter what. But for us, the traits we look for in our style of play, you have to be skilled puck possession, be able to make plays, be comfortable with the puck on your stick, that type of player. But to me, at the top of the draft, especially if you're picking one like we are now, you're going to get that elite player that fits our mold, and definitely will be a cornerstone for our franchise for the next few years, and a guy that we can continue to build around and be a big time player in the community here.
What is Saginaw most looking forward to heading into next season?
I think just, we had a year this year we call it the reload. A lot of our younger players got a lot of ice time, a lot of opportunity. They really grew as players on and off the ice. And the exciting thing and what we're looking forward to is, our majority of our group is coming back, and our core players took a big step this year, and they're all back. They're a year older, a year stronger. They know what to expect. They've been through the league. And then again, to add in a first overall pick into that group, it's like injecting a big time player into the core group that we already believe in and we have here.
Last year, Saginaw's first round pick was Luke McNamara, 15th overall. How has he contributed to the team so far?
Luke finished the year extremely well. Actually, he had a little dip through the middle of the year, like any 16-year-old comes into our league usually does. But he really took stride in the second half. Last 20 games, became a go-to guy for us. A lot of games that we played down the stretch, he was one of our better forwards, if not our best forward on the ice. So that's an example of a young man coming in that learned our system, learned the league, adjusted on the fly as a 16-year-old, and we expect big things out of him next year, and he expects big things out of himself. And again, he's another piece of that cornerstone that we're trying to build here, and get back to where we were before COVID shut us down a few years ago.
What are your overall thoughts on this year's talent pool?
Yeah, we're excited about the draft. I think, from all the way through the first, 3 or 4 rounds, we feel like you're going to get a really, really good player, good young men. We've done a lot of interviews. They're very well spoken, well raised. And with us looking at it, we have 2 first-round picks this year as well. We have a later first. So, we're going to be adding, again, a few more pieces to that. I keep going back to our foundation, and we're excited about that young group. But we feel the scouting staff, and they've done a great job identifying talent. We feel like it's a great draft, and we're going to add some elite talent to our group here.
And finally, what advice do you have for that first overall pick as he becomes a part of your franchise?
I think just be yourself. I think everybody's going to put expectations on him, compare him to guys like McDavid and Wright and Tavares and Ekblad and the guys that kind of went in that spot before him. But you're not those guys. You're your own player. Be yourself. We're going to bring you in here. We're going to love you. We're going to help you grow. And definitely just kind of be your own person in your own skin, be comfortable and do your thing, because you were granted either an exceptional player and you're the first overall pick for a reason. So come in and just be yourself and do what you can do.
Well, Dave, thank you so much for your time. I want to take the opportunity to congratulate yourself Saginaw and the fan base one last time as we head into the upcoming OHL Priority Selection.
No, thank you very much. Appreciate it.